Welcome back to EPIC47. I am Waxen, joined by Jaffa, bringing you the final Counter-Strike match of this Saturday evening. Who can make it to the top 3 and play Sunday morning? It's gonna be 8sins, it's gonna be Nigel Mirage. Jaffa, welcome to the stream.
Thanks, Vlad. It's been a while we've been casting together, you know?
It has been.
I haven't been casting you since last year.
You know, Jaffa, I think we are the most viral moment in the last 5 years of Epic Land, just the two of us. So, ladies and gentlemen, I expect fireworks, to say the least, for tonight. As Jaffa, do you have any predictions before we look at the veto?
Before I really get deep into it, I think I particularly want to talk about 8sins right now. 8sins, right now, they're on fire. Unfortunately, yesterday, they did lose to a kind of an underdog team. If I remember them, Picadillo, which I'll call them, they lost to Picadillo in the 2-1 series.
No, I think 8sins lost to the Shaft team. Right? It's definitely the Shaft team.
No, it's Picadillo. Just for broadcast purposes. But either way, yes, they did lose to Asylum. Picadillos, I like to call it for just to be safe. They did lose to them, which led to them going through the lower bracket right now. So unfortunately, it really is do or die. But the roster has been looking good today. They've been playing the maps of like Nuke, Overpass, Ancient, Inferno. I'll say this is I think what we saw yesterday wasn't a great form of 8sins. I don't blame it. It was a burnout. They were on a 7-0 streak in the best of ones in the group stages.
You know what the best part about this 8sins roster and the matchup they have now, Jaffa, is the fact they will be facing a team that's a bit of a mix, so not an official lineup team. And I love that you listed all the maps that 8sins is prepared and have played, because Nigel Mirage, as a random mix, I suppose they are not going to have as deep of a map pool as 8sins.
Indeed, Reno, like Nigel Mirage I would say it's going to be a rough ball. They're going to throw a ball in the park and play whatever is in front of them, while 8sins have come prepared with a strong map pool. They have won on like Nuke, Overpass, Ancient, Inferno. I think these are the 4 maps we're more likely to see, but I haven't seen any Mirage or Dust 2 just yet. I won't even lie. Mirage and Dust 2 for 8sins is not been the greatest form, and Nigel Mirage could potentially pick that and use that towards their advantage to really punish 8sins. But my main question to you, Brad, is this: do you think we're going to see a full 3 map series?
I would love for this to go the distance, but statistically speaking, I think 8sins are the heavy favorites here. And let's take a look at the veto, because the veto might maybe change my mind, right? I do think Nigel Mirage made it a very, very long way with a mixed team already in the top 4 of Epic Land. Congrats, Jaffa. These are the picks that you were predicting. And
bang on.
Ancient, Overpass, and Nuke. Big NIGE had the opportunity to go onto Inferno, so they decided Nuke will be the decider. But I don't think we're going to get to Nuke. I think Ancient and Overpass will be where 8sins will do their best to make this easy work, especially because the winner of today, Jaffa, has to play tomorrow morning early hours. So we're going to jump straight into game for map number 1 between 8sins and Nigel Mirage.
Let's go. As we're in the first map of Ancient, which is going to be 8sins starting on the T side and Nigel Mirage starting on the CT side. 8sins on their T side has looked very, very rusty on the first half of the tournament. Will they be able to bring it back? Bring back the old 8sins on their T side, but it does seem to be the case. They are all planning to go towards the B side. 2 players are already in K double, getting the first early contact.
Oscar falls back. There's a molly already. Oscar goes ahead and Fraser already decapitating Oscar. Mog, no chance. Fraser with a double. Nigel Mirage, they're falling one after the other like the 10 pinballs in Kettering. It's gonna be Dimitri 1 versus 5. He's getting hunted, he's getting ran in, and Pordex gets the final nail in the coffin for the Pistols.
8sins played that perfect T round. They got the early control, pretty much capitalized on the perfect timing. Nigel Mirage was not ready for the B rush. I think it's perfect right now as how if 8sins can run away with this momentum, because I know this team as momentum team. This team can be a powerful force and a deadly force to play against, and Nigel Mirage has a lot of work cut out for them, especially losing the first pistol. It's going to have a very strong impact on them as a whole.
Yeah, a flawless victory. Now Mac-10's Fraser continuing to get another first blood. He's running out of bullets, only 4 left, has to switch to the USP. 4 Nigel Mirage, hungry players coming for him. Single kill with the USP before he gets taken out, but look at the Galils. already in sight. They don't even plant the bomb yet. Waiting for the smoke. Very good cautious play from 8sins.
Discipline Counter-Strike it is. The worry is still there. It's still there's still well proper disciplined Counter-Strike. Nigel Mirage, nothing he can really do. Is only playing for X's, but with USPs and a Mac 10, that Mac 10 is going to provide more value for the next round. But for now, they're gonna take the loss and move on to the next round. It's going to be the most important thing. While 8sins, you get themselves a second round on the board.
Very good work from them. And Matt will save the Mac 10. Maybe, probably will drop it next round. I assume he doesn't really care about the SMG. And the last round actually dropped it already. Doesn't even want to carry it. That dirty, pesky SMG into the next round. And yesterday we saw quite an interesting thing from Nigel Mirage. Oscar and Dimitri both played with the AWP on different sides of the map, which sort of tells me that an NM doesn't have a designed AWPer.
It's not really the case of who's going to be the decider or, but it depends really in the moment who feels the best. Especially if you're in the zone, you take up the AWP and you're taking the kills and taking the picks. Trust me, it is a game changer. But either way, talking about 8sins, 2 players are continuing to go towards A, and we got 2 more towards ramp. They are playing default style of Counter-Strike. Oscar gonna be the main cave player. And lately, it's been the new meta of Tier 1 Counter-Strike. These players are loving, like, especially on the CT side, getting early map control is the new meta. Getting early control, trying to punish the Ts. But Nigel Mirage are not really considering the factor of that. They're going to try to play a little bit more of a defensive style of Counter-Strike. But they're already 2 players in cave. Mog is going to try to push ramp. Prime just get the first trade onto Oscar, but no one's there to return it. Talpo coming from the support in cave. Mog, he's already worked his way down to ramp. All the T's are already on the site. Fraser on the bomb. Mog can get that kill. It will be game over, and the bomb is going to be dropped on ramp. Now the T's work is already cut out for them.
Good start from Big NIGE with Moz and Mog respectively, but look at Tornix from Red Room. Instant headshot, doubles up onto Dimitri, and that's going to allow for 8sins to have a 2-player advantage over Mog. His position is revealed. Prime, is he going to get surprised? Spots the player. It's buying time. They're lurk. They're overwhelming. They're not even committing to the side just yet. Sprayed down, and Mog needs to somehow, some way, get out of there. Jaffa, Dabo versus Mog. Wild swing. M4A1 comes on top. 2 AK players below half HP. Mog switches out to the Galil. That's a bit of a mistake, and it's a 3-2-1 double pick from 8sins and get the third on the board. But Jaffa, that was a very good effort from Big NIGE.
Big NIGE, the bomb was jumped to ramp, but they couldn't defend the bomb. The problem was 8sins already on the side, and there was too many plays for them to really try to defend the bomb. And Big NIGE on the 2400 loss bonus, they're going to work with something with this. Going to go for a half buy. I think this round is going to really determine if Big NIGE really have opportunity to really break him. With 8,500 left in their bank account, investing in this round, it really is looking a little bit tiresome. But are we really surprised that 8sins is playing this amazing? No, I'm not surprised, because Big NIGE, it's like we mentioned before, it is an unknown team, not really solidified.
It's also 8sins map pick, right? So that's gonna hopefully not be a bad sign for Big NIGE in things to come. As this partial buy with SMGs and utility, Prime might have heard something. He's very aware, looking behind him, but he's got to get timing. The 5-7 of Moz doesn't get anything as Tornix and Prime make easy work. Site is free, bomb goes down, 3 players in A, saving the scraps.
It really is a saving own game. And it's really good to see that 8sins are pretty much capitalized on the moment, playing perfect Counter-Strike. Because I remember seeing them play against another team called Picadillo on Atron. They struggled quite a lot, losing the map pick towards Picadillo. And it's really good to see they really have polished up on their Atron map pick. Dimitri is going to try to go for entries, but hold on. Dimitri does pick up the rifle though, but it does not mean they're going to go try and attempt it. But they are going to take an AK for the inconvenience. But now they have a bombard of T's coming to their butt.
I don't think there's enough time, no. They're just going to save the AK. Dimitri happily finding his first kill of this matchup, lower consolidation to be more precise. Again, the team winning today will make it tomorrow. But I believe making top 4 here at Epic Land already guarantees you're getting a bit of money. So Big NIGE with a statement in what I think might be their first Epic Land, at least in this formation or under this name.
Yeah, Big NIGE, a team as a whole, getting top 4. I think this Epic Clan is a really good break from international Counter-Strike, to be honest, and to be transparent. Because the reason why is this. Okay, hold on. Enough. Stop. I need enough about that. Let's talk about this. Aixon's getting early mid control. Oscar already pushed Cave. Main question is he able to get the perfect time and does spam onto Prime though?
Good spam there from Oscar. This is what we said. Dimitri and Oscar, 2 of the EWP players. It's Dimitri dwelling the gun. It's Boss getting caught by Tornix. Finds another double. Look at Mad swinging through the smoke. That's the bomb. Finally gets taken out by Prime in a trade. But the HP is now looking too hot for the remaining 8 Sins player. Oscar gonna get curious to Red Room. Tornix has found 2. Can he get the 3rd? Good timing here for Oscar, spraying down. Bullets to the legs. Gets spotted from heaven. And Tornix pours the opponent's neck in half. Dimitri misses the op shot. His position is revealed. And now jumping away into utility, flying in. Dimitri, you can't be doing this. Jumping out, gets the kill, gets out. Dimitri, the confidence you must have to go for that play is maybe overconfidence, but he got a kill.
Taking that kill, but losing that big green, giving it over. But I don't think Ace is already considering taking the AVP. Right now, they're on the momentum with AKs just in the back of their hand. And talking about Tornix, I think this is the strongest game I've seen of Tornix just yet on the broadcast. Tornix, I assumed that he was a struggling piece, but hold on, Tornix is stepping up to the game. But are they able to maintain this though? Because right now, Aixon's on the 5-0 run streak. Potentially, are we seeing a 13-0, ladies and gentlemen? I love this new money that thrown deep into Cave. It's beautiful. Mars ready in Cave. But the main question is, with a shotgun on hand, he needs to make something with it. He needs to make some work with it. The grenade does reveal some information that they're hotkeys. My main question is going to be, oh my god, yeah, Prime checking every angle.
It's an eco, not that big of a deal. Dimitri actually has the A4. He's gonna try to save again. Dimitri alone in a world of hurt. 8 Sins up 6-0. Jaffa, is this the moment for Big NIGE to call a tactical timeout? They just ecoed, so they're gonna have the money for it next round.
Like we did mention before, this is a team that is not serious. 8 Sins is more of an official team. It's kind of solidified, if that makes sense.
Yeah, does make sense to me. And it also makes sense to Dimitri, who's going to find a kill on the op. If he can save the op from Fraser. Oh, Dimitri is the op player. Nice second shot from him. He's going to go for third. And oh, that was so close, running out of bullets. Has to switch to 5-7 and will get overwhelmed by Dabo, who is going to come on and pick up the AWP. I like that from Dimitri, though. He's quite flashy, isn't he?
Dimitri is a flashy player, but flashy player doesn't mean anything. If you're struggling to put rounds on the board, you really need to start to question now. What are you guys doing on the CT side? These CT there, they love to play for cave control, but they're struggling to even get mid control. My main concern is this: are they able to punish Aixon? Because Aixon's love to go for them B rushes, get early control of catwalk and even cave as a whole. My one thing, if I was on the CT side, I would start trying to rethink where do I want to position my players. But currently we are still on the tech pause. But to finish up the point, what I was trying to say, they need to focus more on map control, trying to gain control, because 8 Sins, they're giving free map control, and Big NIGE, they're allowing them. If you give room to your opponents to really work with, it's really going to be a challenge for you to really get yourself back into the game.
AWP on both sides. Fraser hasn't shot yet with it, so we'll see if he's gonna his position is gonna be known. Nice setup here. Oscar has an opportunity. The molly will push him back. He's up top, and he's gonna find a kill onto Prime. Oscar, more of these, please. Big NIGE has the opening. Tornix again, another double. How many times have we seen his name getting a double kill in the kill feed? It's a lot. Another smoke. The op player of Dimitri can't come back. What a bang! Oscar off for the reminder of this, and Big NIGE are going to have to consider a save again. Dimitri running, tail between his legs. Tadpole finds one on Mad. And Big Nige down 7-0 on their opponent's map pick. This might be too much of an easy work for 8cents here. Dimitri, he keeps fighting these shots on the jumping T's chasing him down.
Tornex, he's on the game of his life. 14-1. 14-1. That man's KD, he has. I feel like once you're in the zone, especially on 7-0 lead, if Aixons can keep maintaining this form right now as what they're playing right now, honestly, this could be game over for on the side of Big Nige because they seem to be out of the zone. Then I feel like we kind of have lost them. Their identity of being a Big Nige, especially being top 4. And your expectation is to play the best Counter-Strike, especially money on the line. And also a VRS ranker as this stream's currently being streamed on HOTV as well. So
that is true. Very good point. Dimitri finds an opening. This is not the first opening they found. Can they keep a hold of it? Prime dies again. Moz is holding the angle by himself for the 5-7. Tadpole's going to wide swing this and finds the easy kill, only losing 52 HP there. Dimitri, this time he's sandwiched in. He needs some assistance. Tornex going to find a perfect timing yet again. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, spotted a shadow though. He now gives the comms. Going to be rotating from behind, and Dimitri might even get knifed here. Let's see if Tornex is going to disrespect him or not. Yep, I predicted it. Never mind. Okay, Tornex does go for the respect headshot, farming the headshot percentage rate. Instead, Dimitri taken out. Tornex did not need the extra money, and now he's going for more. He wants another double. He's going to find it right away. Going for a little bit of a backflip was Mock's body. And 8sins already with 8. And I feel like the game started, what, 4 minutes ago?
it's being quick. Aixons are just rushing it, playing it fast. Right now, Big Nige, I don't think there's not much really comments on first on that. They're struggling. The struggle is clear. Aixons getting himself a 8-0 lead potentially. Are we seeing a 13-0 Vlad?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's going to be... No, this is going to be a Big Nige coming back and getting 5 rounds. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic about this. Matt and Oscar will manage to stay alive. Oscar saving a measly MP9, 1 in 6 from him. That one kill he found was very impressive, or even impactful, but not much more going his way. As I'm looking at the economy, and they've lost so many rounds. They're going to keep on investing in this one, Jaffa.
Especially 3,400 loss bonus. For them, it's going to be the same income if they keep dying, if they keep on half buys. I don't even know what to say. The complicated bit is this now, Vlad.
Yep.
This team is nowhere to be seen. Aixons, they're on a generational run right now. I think this is the strongest form of Aixons that we have seen for quite a while. Especially this team has been competing in international and European tournaments like EPL. And you had 21.
There we go. Look at the push, Jaffa. This is what I'm expecting from them. Big Nige changing up the pace. They're going to catch them by surprise. And now they're fighting aim duels. Prime will die. Tadpole finds the headshot, but he is getting outgunned and outnumbered. Down to 18 HP. Dimitri is not going to give up the round. Look at Moz all the way in A. Gonna wait for Tadpole with the arms open. 1 versus 1. Tadpole hungry for the kill. Going in. Smoked off the angle. And he will die to Dimitri's rotation. And Big Nige break the curse.
Now they got the first round on the board, but the main question is are they be able to gain another round? I would say I think the bare minimum for this side of Big Nige is getting for an 8-4, a 9-3. These are the 2 expectations I'm going to set on Big Nige to really to have something start in this game, especially 9-3. You can work with it if you win the pistol on the second half. When we do switch towards where Big Nige does become the T side and Aixons start on the CT side. But I do have another worry. Aixons on the CT side is not been looking great. They started really well on the T side, but I'm worried about once we do switch to the CT side, are we going to be seeing a different side?
Still a few rounds to go before we get to that point, my friend, as Dimitri's got the op again. It's a potential slower change of approach from 8sins, who got overwhelmed by a rapid push from Nigel Mirage. I just want to highlight the scoreboard. Tornix is farming right now, but everybody else is looking quite reasonably. Of course, you can't kill them all because Tornix has already done it for you. But Dobo with a 3-3 and Fraser on an actual negative scoreline as we speak. Maybe Nigel Mirage just needs to shut down Tornix and then make the rounds competitive.
Free kits to play with on the side of
Look at that
Nigel Mirage.
Beautiful landing onto 3 here players. And the second HE coming in. Fraser, Prime, Tadpole, and Double all eating that damage. They will have to give up the angle. Fraser with the op rerouting through T-spawn for a second. Oh, never mind. They spot the mad push. I like this from Nigel Mirage. Throwing caution to the wind, creating a lot of chaos.
Causing the stress. Tonex, the lovely mid player, is going to try to go and get control mid, trying to find any information. The CTs are playing this perfectly. They're getting control of Cave because they know that 8sins don't have much time to really work. A minute left on the clock. They're going to try to potentially rotate back, but if Prime's going to go there, he's going to have a double man in Cave.
Another
Fraser.
opening from Moz. Mog and Oscar, they're a little bit uncertain. Mog will smoke off the angle. Oscar will be able to assist. There's 4, 5 coming here. 45 seconds. Moz gets a double. Tadpole is going to die to Oscar. Prime and Fraser. Last alive. Fraser, last one standing. And Nigel Mirage is heading for a flawless victory. There we go. They took a while to warm up. The AWP is not going to connect. Fraser switches to the 5-7. It was just a Glock. He can't have a 5-7 on the T side. But it's a round again for Nigel Mirage. Keeping 4 players alive means they're going to start looking up at their economy.
8sins, they were a little bit in the loss in the start of the round of T's, especially the nades landed so perfectly onto the players. 8sins were caught in a little bit of a confusion. Tornix was going towards mid. Fraser went towards mid, but all of a sudden they wanted to go hit the attack the B side. But I think they stalled that a little bit too long, and that gave enough time Nigel Mirage to set up the attack and prepare for the utility. Mad, it's gonna be the sole mid player, gonna try to defend his honor with the mid play, gonna set up the flash, gonna just get unable to get the first kill, but Tornix is ready there.
I respect the optimism. Tornix is gonna go back to the way this half has gone, Jaffa, is either Nigel Mirage get the first kills or Tornix will find them instead. So it's quite interesting that nobody else is able to get involved from 8sins early on in the rounds other than Tornix, but so far he is sufficient to give his team a 6, potential 7 round lead. Fraser, AFK in T-spawn finds a kill, just like my teammates in Premier. Mogdo will take out Prime. That's not the drink, the player instead. Dobbo, already so far deep, not expected to be there. Oscar in a 1v3 scenario.
Oscar in Donut, with smoking a kit, he really needs to get perfect time. I think Dobbo took himself into cave though. He's gonna be on Donut. The main question is anyone gonna check him out? Yes, they are. The Molly does take out Oscar, but the trade is there, but the bomb will be planted. Now 8sins on a 9-2. Nigel Mirage.
There was hope there.
Right? There was some hope, decent hope. I think they came on 9 a little bit too late, but the second half should really pretty much determine the next 3-4 rounds, especially on round number 12. 8sins leading with the 9-round lead when Nigel Mirage with the only 2, I'll say, consecutive CT rounds.
There we are. They have the money at least. And I'm looking at the kills. They're trying to get a little bit more involved. Moz, that was, the previous self-flash was a bit of a rough attempt there.
Well, he had the idea there. Moz able to get the first kill though, but Double is unable to trade it. Moz going for the double, but Prime is there to support him. Oscar going for the double spam kill. Now is on Fraser on a 1v4 clutch.
It's going to be a tough one for him. No AWP this time. Played behind the smoke. At least he's in the position of the smoke. But I don't believe in it. I think Nigel Mirage is going to get round number 4. Oscar finds the headshot with the M4A1. And 3 rounds on the CT side is not a good look. But the way this game started, it could have been way worse.
I 100% fully agree with you, Vlad. Now we're going to swap sides. Nigel Mirage started on the T side and 8sins started on the CT side. Big NIGE have, if they, what I'm going to call is, if they do not win the first pistol, I think game is gone. with respect. Because if you don't start well, especially 9-3, you'll give it 8 into double digits after winning the first pistol. Yeah, I don't think there's not much room for Big Knife to have a
Well, they've got
comeback.
the Glocks now, which is obviously a great thing to have. Look, Dimitri even has the AWP, Jaffa. Obviously, it's just a bug. Don't worry. They're all on pistols because that would be absolutely broken otherwise. But who knows? At this point, Big Nige, they might need the extra weaponry, and the only way they can have the weaponry advantage is if they win the pistols, like you mentioned. Fraser and Dimitri spot each other. Eating each other's bullets, but Mog is playing. Ooh, Tornix sees a couple in cave. He's gonna get curious. Of course, he was 19 and for Dimitri with a P250. Finds Dobbo. They might change up the plans for Big Nige. Another player advantage for the T's. Hitting onto side, Tornix gets the double in cave again before he finally dies. They're overwhelming. They have the 2 numbers versus 1. The bullets are not clean, but the kill is Fraser. Through the smoke, he's sneaking out. He's a sneaky boy, isn't he? Goes for the second, running out of bullets, but not before he gets the final headshot. And we can hear the 8 Sins lads making noise in the LAN hall.
Not really sure what happened there, but Big Knight in a big disadvantage. Really, not even a bomb plant. So their economy is in times 1400 loss bonus. It's going to be really difficult for Big Knight to even win this round. They're going to go for a full eco. Nothing to work with 1900, 2500, and some of the players, the lowest at what the most best of what they can do is stick to pistols and try to get some kills. I think that's going to be the most important factor.
Do you believe, Jaffa? Okay, well that's enough for my storyline.
I'm sorry, but we got to be honest right now, yeah? They had so many opportunities, so many chances. They lost a 1v2. That was it on pistols, right? With what? With some terrible choice of pistols, you really put yourself in a very difficult scenario to even have a comeback. Now look at this. Ancients are farming. Now look at Tornix, 22 and 5. The top fragger for this team. And Ancient seems to be going the way of Ancient, and Nigel Mirage's identity is gone. There's not much to really start up. It's just going to be a bloodfest unless Dimitri can get something started. I know Ancient's on round number 15 and winning the 11th round. Big Nige. I'm not sure what's gone into them. By the way, they came as number 4 on the seeds. Especially making the top 4 now is still a big honor, but expectations were so much higher. On Big Night should really get something more done or even get himself started. I think the main problem is right now because they keep getting destroyed on the first half. Their mentality is gone, Vlad.
It was an eco.
Eco or not, Vlad, there were so many opportunities for these guys to capitalize off it, especially on the CT side.
We shall see Tornix now. He is going to hold the MP9. Look at it. They're all bypassing, not checking, gets the first kill. Finally, Matt turns around with a beautiful 90-degree headshot angle, and now the bomb is going to get interrupted. Double. Ooh, not expecting Mog there. Finds 1 kill, but it has to be Matt getting a double, getting a triple, and Matt finds the hat trick. Big Nige stay in it with a hope to still win it.
You see, I noticed I have a curse, right? When I talk bad about things, when I speak the facts, somehow these teams pull a rabbit out of the hat. I think that was one of the moments that Mad, he had this moment now, but the main question is, are they able to run with this now? They have now put a little bit more fear into the 8 side on the CT side, but the main question is, will 8 apply more pressure, or are they going to be more relaxed? Are they going to play a little bit more relaxed style of Counter-Strike?
Well, that was their bonus round. So, you know, they had some SMGs. They still did a ton of economical damage there, Jaffa. But I think Big Nige, at this point, they're happy with every round they can get. And what did I say? 4 or 5 rounds. That's what I was predicting. Obviously, after the first 8 going the way of 8 Sins. And I think we might have a tactical timeout here. Either that or everybody's just chilling in their spawn. What would you like to see from Big Nige here, Jaffa?
I would love for them to get early mid control. I think getting early mid control, because right now 8 Sins are playing. They're not really competing for mid. So if Big Nige can really capitalize off that, I think that would be perfect. Because if they can go from mid to A, mid to B, I would not recommend B, because 8 Sins love to play B. B is their bread and butter. While Mad is going to try to go for mid, but
I like what you did there.
will eventually block them out.
I like what you did there. The B for bread and butter. 1 for 1. Tornix finds another first blood. He's farming those entry points, stats on HLTV. That rating 3.75 or whatever it is. Fraser gets a trade onto Oscar, who had a double before taken out, and he's the first Big NIGE player to hit double digits.
A 3v3 right now. Big NIGE continuing to go towards the A site. Dobbo.
He's dead. It was
He's
high
dead.
5 and 8. I like how the highest killer, which in Tornix, and the lowest on 8 sins have been caught there. 30 kills combined. 25 and 5. Fraser, is he gonna spam through the smoke? They've crossed in. They need to plant the bomb. They're taking a lot of time. Fraser is not lining it properly. And now Big NIGE. They have another molly in the flash, but Prime is behind them. FAMAS in hand. Takes out Mog, Mad, and Dimitri playing into 2v2. Headshot, sprayed out to the body. Tadpole alone has to throw the utility and gets caught with his pants down. Dimitri getting in there. Big NIGE converting Prince Andrew style.
What? Oh, Lord.
Sir Jaffa disconnected. And it's round number 5 on the board for Big NIGE. 8 sins. Sorry, too soon?
Give me 5 seconds. Okay, let's get back straight into the round of Counter-Strike. 8 sins are going to be on the pistol.
Allegedly.
Okay. Okay. Either way, actually change your plan. 8 sins are going to consider rushing ramp now. Will the T's be aware of it? Oh, the nade does land perfectly onto Prime.
Mad finds a triple. This is going to give him extra confidence versus pistols. Fraser headshotted by Moz, and Mog found one right before that. 11-6, and Big NIGE already surpassing expectations. Jeff, I have to say, if they can win 6 rounds or potentially more on their opponent's map pick, I'm quite hopeful for Big NIGE and their future in this series. This is a best of 3, right? We saw them yesterday in a best of 1 scenario, and they did manage to win the map. But now, if they actually clutch up a few more rounds here and they get the energy and momentum in their favor, 8 sins could be surprised as, look, they don't even have the money. No AWP, and Prime runs with the FAMAS again.
I think this is what I said to you before, but even the game started. My concerns when Asian starts to switch on the CT side, they're struggling more. I think the struggle is clearly their Tornix with 25 kills, and now it's not going to be a killing game now. On the T side, yes, you're going to need to get the kills. Now look at this, the two T's are already working their way up towards the A site, and now look at this.
It's a strange attempt there from Tornix to smoke himself out the angle. Dobo finds the spray down. 6-9 scoreline for him. 6-10 for Tadpole. But there is Dimitri with a nice HE reveal. Tornix will fall. He has been the star player of 8 sins. With him off the map, they've not really managed to convert rounds. Dobo struggling to get connection onto that second player. And they're not planting the bomb just yet. The utility allows Fraser to go in, walking into the bullets of Dimitri, but Dobo will get the second. Moss still playing far in donut. The bombs dropped, like you pointed out, Jaffa, and I think Big NIGE is going to have to slow down. Moz is trying to attract him towards him as Mad is approaching, but Prime is aware. FAMAS versus AK-47, and the AK prevails.
Now it's the perfect moment to really break down what's going on. Tadpole, the bombs on the A side. Now it's going to be on Tadpole and Dobbo to really trying to clutch this up because it's a match point. Oh my god. Tadpole is able to see it's going to be the 0.1 second count, but Tadpole and Dobbo clean it up, and 8 is on match point. Big NIGE have 6 more attempts to really close this game and get it done or dusted. Or are we going to see overtime?
It's a long journey. Sisyphus-like mountain for Big NIGE. They started a little bit of a climb. They got a few rounds in, but not even reaching 8 sins before they hit 6 potential map points. We now have full AKs for the side of Big NIGE with a slight gun advantage because Fraser is the one forced to play with the FAMAS again. Tornix going for another first blood. This time gets punished by Mad. Couldn't connect with the spray down, and it's a double from entry from Big NIGE. Yes, some players are low, but they have the numbers going for them. Dobbo playing in the smoke, about to get spotted by Moz in a few moments. Red room swing, switching to the smoke, and that's what I do, but I'm also not a pro player. I like it, it's inspiring. It's actually, jokes aside, right? This is the type of mistake that you do make on LAN after you've been playing hours and hours over the last few days. The players are getting tired, Jaffa.
I think the fatigue is really settling. 8 cents, it really is do or die for this squad. Because right now, 8 cents, every game counts. They should have won yesterday, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Big Nige already on the 8 side. Fraser and Tadpole saved his weapons for the next round. This round is done and over. Not much for the move work with, but this is my biggest concern right now. I've seen Aces on CT side. Sometimes they have their moments. Sometimes it really is. Sometimes their CT side does become their weakness. Fraser does pick up a better weapon, though, but like I was saying before, their CT is their weakest because on the T side, Fraser loves to call aggressive. He loves to play aggressive counter-strike. He loves to get map control. But now, I'm not sure where to see right now. Like, are we going to see a big NIGE comeback? On the side of 8 cents, you don't want to because everything is working in your favor.
Fraser playing behind the molly is going to get rotated on, and he finds a kill onto the low Mad. Gets taken out, though. He will lose the AK, so Big NIGE sacrificing to find 2, take the weapons away, put them in the purse, and run away. And look at 8 cents. They have no money in this one. Sadly, there is a tech pause that they need to deal with before we move on to the next round.
That was the most outrageous joke you ever made. I just want to point that out, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever Vlad said, that's on Vlad, not me. I'm a nice person.
Yes, you are.
I am a nice person. Thanks, Vlad. Thanks, Vlad. I just want to make that clear. I've already had my fair view of fame, I'm gonna give the fame more to you, Vlad. You're an upcoming caster.
Are you Jaffa the famous or Jaffa the infamous?
Jaffa the famous. That's what I'm known for.
Stop the cap. Moving on.
Oh my.
We have the tech pause done, I believe, and we see the players going for a couple of HEs, so they will be running with a potential setup of early grenades to catch Big NIGE by surprise. Is that going to be towards B or mid? We're going to find out in a second.
Hopefully. We're on our way. We're on our way. We got 15 seconds left till the round really begins. We're on our way.
I told you, that's our next career. You're going to be a musician, and I'm going to be your agent. That's what we're going to do. Your manager. I'm going to be managing you.
No. I'm going to be your agent because you're good looking. You really are good looking. You're luscious hair.
Valentine's Day was last week. Someone pause this, man. I beg. Let's move on.
I'm trying to be nice to you, but ease away.
HEs galore thrown down mid. I appreciate it, my friend. Mad flashing out for the smoke spray down. It's not connecting, and Tornix finds another entry with the USB this time. Tornix, I'm going to check the stats between maps here because he's found so many entries. It's actually disgusting how he's putting himself in his position all the time. Yes, it is versus low buy, so Big NIGE will punish all of that, only losing Maws in the process. But 12-8, and we're heading for round 21. And do we have enough money for an AWP? No. Prime really likes playing that from us, Jaffa.
The problem is right now, Fraser buying an AVP is going to be a big, grave mistake because if he loses this round, if he did, quote-unquote, have money for the AVP, it's going to be detrimental. On the side of Big NIGE, yeah, their economy is throwing. Their bank account is probably bigger than ours.
I mean, that doesn't... Yeah, our banks are not... I mean, my bank account is not big.
How much you have?
How much I have what?
In your bank account.
As in what? Money?
Yes.
I don't know, a few £100?
Oh, I got like a million for grand, but it's okay.
What? $1 million in the grand?
Oh my god! No. Listen, I'm a poor man, I'm a broke man. Easy way, getting back to the Counter-Strike. It's going to be a default setup from 8 cents. Yes, 8 cents, yes. And Big NIGE, 2 on ramp, 1 on catwalk already. Getting the map control, that is required. 8 cents are not really going to go try to contest it.
Yeah, re-smoke here from Prime. You're going to delay it even further. Tadpole has another, so does Fraser. Still some utility to delay this upcoming hit from Big NIGE. Moz and Mad. Okay, that's actually Mad, the key point of contact. And I don't think Tadpole spotted him. This could be crucial for Mad. He needs to be a little bit faster before the CTs come and rotate to shoot him in the back. He needs to communicate some info. Turns around. Matt is going to go clear. This is a good choice, actually. 2 players in red room. Matt is about to make the play of his life. He just needs to catch the timing. Fraser gets out, but Matt turns around. Sprays down. Tadpole entry for Big NIGE. Fraser in the corner. Can't quite get them all. Prime mollied off the angle. Moz playing aggressive and finds the opening. Tornix will fall. Prime swinging in with the FAMAS, running out of bullets. Somehow gets away. Self-HE from the CTs. Mistakes happening from 8sins. And Dimitri and Oscar will take advantage of them as Big NIGE Mirage is still very much with a foot in it to take us to OT, like you said, Jaffa.
I think what I said, well, remember I was discussing before, the mental game right now is really destroyed on the side of things. I think it's clearly obvious the style of Counter-Strike is not what they really expected, and it really is now, the challenge now is this. What can Ixins do? They're not even taking the tactical timeout. I think this is the perfect moment because you got 3 more attempts to really close this game now. But Big NIGE, they're having a comeback of a century. You know what? Yeah, like I said before, that CT side was shocking. But I think it's the same vice versa. Ixins, they're struggling to even get themselves into the game. They only won like 2 rounds on the CT side, and the Big NIGE running, they're making a generational run from a 9-3 to a 12-9. But it's too early.
Has a deagle. He's going to get smoked off the angle, but not after he gets another entry. This guy is incredible. HE's coming in. They're pushing through the smoke. They want to stop the plan. They're overwhelming the numbers. 8sins wants to finish this off, and they have the opportunity. 2 versus 1. Moz is so far removed from the rest of the squad. He is smoked off the angle. They are going to clear it. Moz going to play ahead of the molly. His position gets revealed, and it's the molly from Oscar to salvage 8sins and stop this shenanigans. Big NIGE end up being taken out, but 8sins, they were sweating like crazy in that one.
I think that was a perfect round of what I call 8sins shenanigans. 8sins shenanigans was perfect. Big NIGE had many opportunities to close. I think Polygon 8sins had many opportunities to close this game. Was pushed to the very end of the thin string. Tornix having a game of his life. That man, I'll tell you a fun fact coming from Denmark. His game style, being their entry fragger, is amazing. Fun fact: he used to play for Prestige in Denmark. So good. This new signing comes, him signing on 8sins, I think has worked really well in the side of 8sins. It has worked really well in their favor right now, and we can really see why Tornix is really a part of the team.
What a triple from Matt that was. And in the end, it was again Tornix kicking things off, and then this half force buy with SMGs and pistols was more than enough to grant them the victory, Jaffa. And 13-9, way closer than it should have been. We are just about 10 minutes away from map 2, which will be, of course, overpass the pick of Big NIGE Mirage. So I have to ask you, seeing how they started mounting a comeback, seeing how they were playing, do you think, is there a chance for them to actually convert their own map pick?
I've seen 8sins. 8sins overpass is very, very strong, especially their T side, because I can see their T side calling from Fraser is a masterclass. I call it a Fraser masterclass because it's like, in a way, because Fraser, with the way Fraser calls, is very unique into UK Counter-Strike, and with his history in playing professional Counter-Strike for many, many years, him carrying the flag of 8sins in his back. This should be at the map of 8sins. But for NIGE Mirage, it is a different conversation because I personally haven't seen him play overpass. You probably know more about NIGE Mirage than I would about this team. So, ladies and gentlemen, how about this? Let's throw into a little break, and we'll be back for the next map, which will be overpass.
What winning means to me, it means everything. The new technology in Super Strike, we can shoot faster, we click faster. This is what makes the mouse best.
Hello, overclockers!
In esports, every millisecond matters. One click is the difference between winning or watching. And with wins, trophies, and titles on the line, we didn't just evolve the click, we reinvented it. Today, input becomes instinct, enabling every click to hit faster, tighter, yours. Designed in collaboration with the world's best pros. From prototype to perfection. This isn't just your next mouse. It's the future of competition. Designed with pros, engineered to win.
Never need much, got myself and my sanity. Got my passions, my talents, my friends and my family. You'll be done with the suffer, the pain and the agony. Manifest in this light and I bathe in the clarity. Yeah, the money will follow. One track mind, I be running in mono. Lost track time, like be running in sorrow. Off that line, sprint, nothing is borrow. Always ask and receive, give and get back, watch and pass it to me. Speed past all of the hardest to see. Seen dark, still got my darkest to see. Never living in the sunlight, ever winning when the sun bright. Never slipping, always done right. Make a killing in this fun life. So don't look down, forever on job. Won't look round, forever on top. Hold this crown, never look back, man, I way too proud. Never look back, man, I way too wise. Stay in my lane with these same two eyes. In my own league with the same few guys. Man, I say less and we don't say lies. I wanna hear what my fate knows. I never see where my day goes. Feeling all tight like a cane, bro. Tryna make it rain on a payroll. Melancholy feels with this pain, bro. Try live in the present and stay low. Shooting for gold at the rainbow. Moving too cold in this same world. Man, I way too wise. Same two eyes. Same few guys. Don't say lies.
It's too late, I know now. I'm giving in, I can't back down. And you're so hot, your web I'm cut. Just one more night, tell me to stop. Although I know we must come to an end. I tell myself I'm okay, but I know that I shouldn't pretend. I'ma do it anyway, gonna beat up, won't you rather? I'ma let my hair down now, when I get down to it.
What winning means to me, it means everything. The new technology in Super Strike, we can shoot faster, we click faster. This is what makes the mouse best.
Hello, Over Pocket.
In esports, every millisecond matters. One click is the difference between winning or watching. And with wins, trophies, and titles on the line, we didn't just evolve the click, we reinvented it. Today, input becomes instinct, enabling every click to hit faster, tighter, yours. Designed in collaboration with the world's best pros. From prototype to perfection. This isn't just your next mouse. It's the future of competition. Designed with pros, engineered to win.
Welcome back, everybody at home, to what could very well be the final Counter-Strike map of this Saturday, EPIC47. I'm Waxin, joined by Jaffa, the man, the myth, the legend, bringing you 8sins versus the big NIGE Mirage, one of the worst team names in the history of Epic Land. And you know, that's saying something, I have to say. Jaffa, despite the team name, Big NIGE did pull up a few rounds out of their bag towards the end, English, the end's half of the first map, and now heading to map number 2, it is going to be their map pick of Overpass.
Overpass as a whole, Overpass is a very complicated map. It is still new in the map pool. I wouldn't say new, not many teams have experimented on it. Choosing Overpass is kind of like a curveball in a way, but I don't think 8sins are surprised. 8sins have played really well in Overpass, what they played against like many other teams. I'm not sure the scoreline was, so I'm not going to go much more in depth into it. But as a whole, Big NIGE, I'm not really sure what to say. Like I just mentioned before, we went into the break. Big NIGE.
It's a
Big
late
NIGE
for both of us. Don't worry, Jeff. I get you.
But like I was saying, Big NIGE on Overpass. I'm not sure what their competence is. What are their strengths and weaknesses? I think I know what their strengths on Ancient, but Overpass, it is a new curveball. But on the side of 8sins, I've been a little bit more established on Overpass, especially their CT is really good, and even the T side calling.
Do you think maybe that is why Big NIGE chose Overpass? Because there is maybe more tape to study from 8sins. They've played it so many times, so Big NIGE had the time to go look at the tape and potentially Counter-Strike is the game we're playing. Counter-Strat. 8sins there?
Potentially, yes, because you have a 5-10 minute break between. I don't think it's enough time. The only basic striking you really start for what? You're going to start for some pistols, some force spies.
I mean, they had time before that, right? We had a break, an hour-long break, and this is their mapping. They were like, we want to pick Overpass. So they maybe use that time for it? Or do you think it's a complete mistake and they're going to get obliterated?
I think it's going to be a big mistake, but I'll be honest with you. The thing about the 8sins, they are a strong, capable team, but the only thing they lack is momentum. And like momentum, if they start off really, really well in the pistol round, you know how that's going to go. Ancient played itself as a book.
Yeah.
Nigel Mirage, I am not going to say that name. That's the worst name in. Sorry, that name is a very bad name. I'm sorry to say that. If someone doesn't like it, not my issue.
Do you think they're happy that they've made it to top 4 and they're kind of resting on their laurels? Because the first half of Ancient, they weren't really up to par. Yes, they woke up towards the end portion of it, like I mentioned. But do you think they're just like, we weren't even meant to be top 4? We are not a teamwork. We've surpassed a lot of teams that had higher expectations than we did, and they're just going to be celebrating?
Potentially, yes. It's not really end of the day for Nigel Mirage.
Big NIGE.
Big NIGE. We're going to call him Big NIGE, bro. That's the big name. Big NIGE, I think for them, it's not really game over. But on the side of 8sins, more is on the line because they are the true contenders.
And playing for VRS points.
And also, they're currently, 221 on the VRS ranking, currently right now on HLTV. I think this win is going to help a lot 8sins to really get more invitationals because they do have, as a team, they're very well experienced. And someone signing up, it has bring a lot of impact to the side of 8sins. On the side of NIGE Mirage, I don't think it's really going to be like the worst day in the world because they're top 4. Yeah, everyone's going to take something home eventually if you reach the top 4. The prize pool is pretty nice. It's around £5,000 to £6,000. So it's just something for these teams to take home. But on Overpass is one thing I am worried about, especially on the CT side. I've noticed that many teams are struggling with is getting control of toilets. Why am I saying toilets? It's like it's the way the map is designed, right? Many teams are struggling to really get control of toilets because if you're on the T side, if you go straight from playground, you rush to toilets and straight to site, the CTs have no time and it's going to be really difficult. And hopefully, I would like to see 8sins really start off a really strong card. Unless NIGE Mirage can pull it upset, leading us to go to the 3rd map. Hopefully not, because 8sins should be the predetermined 2-0 wins and it should be done around 2-0. So I don't think we don't really need a 3rd map because NIGE Mirage, we've seen what they can do. They can bring up a few rounds, but yeah.
Great. Thank you, Jaffa.
No, thank you. No worries.
Map 3 would be Nuke if we were to get to that point, as we are now going to jump straight into Map 2 of Overpass. Hey. Pistol, the one that you said it's so important, Jaff. We have Diffuse kit and a smoke for Prime, who actually gave us a little bit of feedback between maps, told us that, well,
This is not gonna end
as
well.
happens, as it was a bit of unfortunate for them second half of that Ancient, but now they're going to come in focused and ready to batter Nigel Mirage.
Big NIGE. Love it. Aixon starting on the CT side and Nigel Mirage starting on the T side. The T's are already rushing through playground already. They're going to get early control of Fraser. But hold on, they're going for full long, no bathroom. They're not going to really go competing. Mad's going to play under towards Monster.
Yeah, this is going to be a late rotate from Mad, potentially catching Fraser by surprise. 8sins realizing this is very likely. Never mind, they're not realizing it's likely an A hit. There's a bit of a miscommunication. The B players were coming back towards A, and the A players gave up the side, and that means Nigel Mirage are going to get in with the bomb, blocking each other a little bit. Fraser's revealed his position. The Glocks are going to go through, and Prime finds the kill. A double without a Kevlar. Prime gets a hat trick, and he wants to go for more. Tonex is going to assist, and it's Mad in a 1v4 Glock long distance. Can't see the bomb from that position. It's being diffused, and that's a late headshot from Mad. Going for a double. He's going to find some for his troubles, but it's going to be after the end of the round where Asins defuse the bomb.
Aixon's with a kit in the bag to fuse the bomb as soon as possible. Get it done and dusted. No need to do all that fancy schmancy stuff. Now, Aixon's winning the first CT round, but Nigel Mirage, especially Mad getting the 2-3 kills, giving the Galil. Oscar getting the Galil. Mad getting a new, I guess, in meta gun. The MP7 and 2 Galils and the Eagle to play with. Big NIGE have a decent economy to work with, but it's something to work for.
Yeah, the bomb plant is going to guarantee those 3 Galils, MP7 and Deagle. Fraser, though, with his FAMAS and Tornix at his side, they're not going to struggle to find those kills. Moz now getting completely overwhelmed. They're going to get outrun by Tornix, who finds yet another headshot. I did lie to our audience. I said I'm going to check how many entries you had on map 1. I forgot to do that. But I'll check. I'll promise I'll provide that information by the end of the day.
I'll tell you how many entries. I'm going to rough ball it.
Okay.
18 entries.
18 entries? No, that's not possible. Dimitri with a Deagle is going to get one onto Fraser, but after forcing into this one, only finding one is not going to be sufficient. Tornix still stands his ground. Ooh, okay. Dimitri sliding down the stairs with a FAMAS finds the kill.
Find something. It's Oscar and Dimitri. The 2v3 situation. They are considering to go towards the B side. It is. I think that's the only thing they can really do. They have 40 seconds left on the clock. If they want to go to rotate now. And now it's going to be on Prime. Prime is going to be the sole B defender with Molly and a kit to play with and Tadpole coming to support.
It was 7. He had 7. Not, what do you say? 78? 7.
Sky. You know, sometimes I don't know why. Sky. He always instigates me. I swear to God, I'm supposed to be professional. I'm trying to be professional. This man's not letting me be professional. Either way, now 10 seconds left on the clock. Now,
Can
Prime.
they plant the bomb, Jaffa? That's
Yes,
the big
they
question.
are. Yes, they are. They're going to have to plant it. The
Utility
grenades.
coming in. Fell short. The Century will come in and force Oscar out in the open. He's getting tagged to the wall. Prime from the short position. Swings in. Another assist from Dabo. And it's going to be 8sins only losing 2 versus this force from Big NIGE.
Not much to really say on. It's pretty much all coming from Big NIGE. Big NIGE, they try to get control of anywhere, but 8sins unfortunately were the better team and the stronger team, and they still seem to be in strong form. Prime on 5 kills and 0 deaths, and Tornix on 3. These 2 players, I call them the dream duo.
Why do you call them that?
Prime, like if you look at the play style of Prime and Tornix, they both are very aggressive players. And they play very, very disciplined Counter-Strike. And these 2, if you it's like putting bread on butter.
Okay.
It goes well together. Oh no, that's peanut butter and jam. That goes well together.
I mean, butter goes on bread.
Toasted.
Well, see, it's another force for Big NIGE, of course. They did plant the bomb in, found 2 kills. Utility is going to fly in. Smoke, wall spam attempt from Dobbo. I think he might have spotted Moz beneath him. We're going to see a potential boost from Big NIGE. A lot of bullets being thrown to that wooden wall. Boost from Prime. It's actually by himself now. His team is going to get on top of him. Trying to look over the wall. In short, the smoke. Nobody's there, but someone is in water. Dabo would love to find one freebie. Dimitri is the closest to walk into his crosshair, but Moz, if he sneaks up onto Prime, they're going to give up the boost. The opportunity is gone now. Flash is coming in. Another nice smoke deep in Monster. Moz still with the Galil. He's spotting two players flashing and might have heard the rotate towards Deep Monster. 45 seconds to go. But look at all the information that Fraser has collected in Playground. It's going to be 4 8-Sins players waiting for the big NIGE push with Tadpole anti-flash.
China's going to be on big NIGE.
They're not even flashing. They're dry walking out into the crosshairs of Tonix and Dobo. Mad only finds one, and they waited, and then because they forced, they had no utility to throw away anymore.
Pretty much, yeah, Fraser getting the early map control, trying to explore, because he knew like sometimes on the T side, especially big NIGE, you wait to the last minute. Aces eventually is going to come around and go around and start exploring why. Why are they not moving? Where are they going? Where are they trying to position themselves? And I think Aces called it perfectly. Fraser, perfect one.
Tactical timeout, I believe. It's going to have to be an eco for Big NIGE. They didn't manage to plant the bomb now. Looking at a deagle for Moz, one for Oscar, and I think that's about it, right? I don't see anything else.
No, yeah, you put it correctly. 2 deagles on Oscar and Moz, and 3 of actually one more. You're wrong. Mog and Mad. They're on
And Moz.
And Moz. Actually, hold on. Change your plan. They're going to go for 4 Tech 9s, a deagle, double flash and smoke. So they are kind of banking on this, trying to get something started.
It's still an eco, right? They're just a few pistols, and hopefully they can use the flashes to overwhelm the CTs as they're going to walk out.
And they're going to play it fast now. This is a Tech 9, man. There's not much really to lose. And eventually the CTs are going to be aware of that now. Now it's going to be on Fraser. Going to go for cleanup duty. Tornix with support now. Fraser and Tornix, perfect duo. Trying to clean it up before Big NIGE can get anything started. Now it's on Mod to really try to get something going. But the bomb is dropped. And the CTs are now aware of what is going to happen now.
8-Sins about to have a flawless round here. Tonix is not alone, but he will use the AK-47 to find a hat-trick. 8-1 for Tonix, 7-0 for Prime. Both of them farming Big NIGE players quite easily, I would say. 4-0, and Big NIGE, they started a comeback late last game. If they want to have an opportunity to win Overpass, they need to start getting rounds now.
I don't think it's game over. Like, remember, this Overpass is more like a CT side orientation. Reason why? Because you can have really fast rotates towards A or B. Doesn't matter where you are. And now look at this double playing it perfectly. He wants to really try to get early long control, which he will. And now the T's are going to be here for a surprise. Mog already under, going towards B, but he has Tornex to deal with. The grenade will do a little bit of chip damage onto Mog, but Tornex, the main question is he going to really overextend his play? Revealing a lot of information. Mog is now aware that Tornix is right in front of him. The Spram does the job and gets his sailings done. And Double taking out Dimitri, and a nice nade coming from Tadpole taking out Mog. In fact, a 3v4 on the side of 8-Sins. All advantage in the play. Now it's going to be on Mad already early on A side. Does get the first kill onto Double though, but he still has a lot of work to do. Bomb is on Moz. He needs to run a little bit quicker to get to site now. And now the CTs are now aware. Fraser on long, and the other 2 players are eventually going to come from behind. This is going to be really difficult for Big NIGE really to even get a bomb plant at this rate.
Ooh, good kill from Fraser. Mad falls, and it's Moz again. Alone. It's going quite rough, I have to say. Big NIGE only finding those 2 kills, but after Dobo found 2 of them first. And it's all falling into place as 8-Sins are rapidly approaching the top 3 and Sunday morning final. Well, lower bracket final to be more precise.
It's still not game over just yet, Vlad.
Well,
now
we'll
look
see.
at this.
This round is over.
This round is over. Oh, hold on, what is he doing? It's gonna wait for the money to really wear out. It's not really game over just yet for Big Nige. Big Nige still has some time to really play.
Tadpole showing us he's been inspired by the Osu Grand Final before his matchup, going for a little bit of a tune, a change up. 3 AKs now, saved by 8
Oh, the toxicity, he's teabagging him. God damn.
I love that from Tadpole, but he was negative last map and he's 2-2 now. How about he hits some real headshots before he sprays the bodies, no?
Damn. God damn. You really hit where it hurts.
I'm joking, of course. It
Are you
doesn't
sure
matter.
you... Wait, let me ask. Are you sure you're joking?
No.
That's what I thought.
I love toxicity, but you know, punching down on a team that doesn't have an org, is barely a team, more of a mix that made it to the top 4, and they've given you a run for your money on map 1. It's not really the type of, you know, banter I'm into. Tonis and Fraser will get a couple themselves, and you know, Dobo finds the third. This is looking way more likely to be a 13-0 than map 1, I have to say, Jaffa. Another flawless. Tonex continuing to farm 11-2. His stat line will look incredible at the end of the series.
It's going to be interesting. I would really like to see a Big Nige come back, but they really are gone in a way. Look at the stats on the side of Big Nige. The average kills are right now, actually the highest, like, as a team, they got like what, 4, 6, and 8 kills between themselves. And look at Big Nige averaging more than 20 as a team, as a whole. I failed maths.
Valid.
I failed maths. I was trying to, the words were not coming out of my mouth the way I want to say the words.
There's nobody that has 20 kills yet.
No,
this
I'm
map.
saying as a whole, team average, all in total, more than 20 kills as a team.
But that's at least... Okay. You know what? I'm down. Yeah. I get it.
11 plus 7, that's 18. Plus 2, 20. Plus 5, 25. Quick mass and 30 kills as a team.
Mhm.
Do you see what I did there?
Yeah.
Quick maths.
I wasn't listening.
Lad, I love you sometimes, I really
Half, well, a bit of a questionable actually. It's not even half by Dimitri going for the hero AK and Tobo
Perfect wall bank.
on top of his HE.
If you can throw one more nade right in there, that will hit where it hurts.
Another spray down coming in. Prime this time is going to find one. Dimitri tries to control his wild bullets. Prime isolated in the corner. Mog will find it. Back to a 3 versus 3. Distractions aside. Tadpole has an opportunity. Sorry, never mind. Tadpole's dead. What a surprise. When you spray the dead bodies and you're negative. Mad Glock kill easily onto Tonex. And now, look at him. Big Nige has the player advantage. Will they win this round? Likely not, but they will try their very best. Fraser and Dobo. Dobo swings out, gets a nice headshot onto Mad, gets away, full life. Another spray control. He's about to go for a semi-ace. Dobo will find them all. Like predicted, despite the player advantage, Big Nige are falling apart. 7-0 versus 8 Sins. Jaffa, if they replay this map 100 times, how many times do you think Big Nige would win Overpass?
Maybe on the 10th try.
So you think 10%?
10th try, yeah.
Okay, oh, okay.
I don't know where you got the percent from, but 10th try, yes.
10th try, it's 1 in 10,
Yeah, 1 in 10. Yeah.
which is 10%.
Oh. Why am I... Listen, I don't do maths here. All I do is Counter-Strike.
I love that for you, Jaffa. Oscar, 0 kills. He should be doing some Counter-Strike sometime soon, please. As, there he is!
He
Fabulous.
got something. Let's go!
He gets a double. And Mad doubles up himself. Tadpole alone. 3 and 3.
Tadpole.
He's got the opportunity to shoot a lot of alive bodies right now in this 1v5. Found the first one. Can he get the other 4? Flash, smoke, and HE. Mog spots him. I think they saw each other. Tadpole is going to find it easily, showing us why he's so confident. Down to 6 HP though. Going to pick up the AK-47. He must go for this, right? They've got 9,000. There's no reason to consider the economy. And actually, any kill you get on Big...
No,
Okay,
he's
saving.
saving.
I mean,
No.
of course he is. We're on HLTV, stats and all that. He should go for some exit kills at least, right? If you get one more kill on Big Nige, and then you win the round after, they might have to drop some weapons.
see where you're going with this. Let Vlad cook sometime. Let him cook. Silence is really loud, isn't it?
No, it's not. We can hear the StarCraft Grand Final.
Oh my god. Sometimes with Vlad, it's really love and hate. It really is love and hate.
You know who they're trying to find here? It's Tadpole, and he's hiding very well. Moz, though, is closer, but dropping down here could be a little bit of a suicide. Tadpole is gonna turn around. The perfect 90-degree turn to have his third headshot, save the AK, and still punish Big NIGE.
Hey, listen, like you mentioned before, especially on your HLTV, you want to have good stats. I think that's what Axins is really going for. Tornex being the top fragger for the side of Axins. Big NIGE. I think Matt is the main player that is trying his best to keep this team alive and keep them going. Another thing as well I would like to point out is this. As it's being streamed on HLTV, I really want to know what the comments are thinking about Big NIGE. Do you think it's possible for them to really have the comeback? Or are we going to see this series going heavy towards 8 sins? But this is one of the most confident rounds that Big NIGE has won.
It's the only round they have won.
The only round they've been confident win. But remember what we saw in the last map on Ancient. Once they were in the flow, they were kind of a little bit unstoppable. A little bit for the short time.
Okay. Yeah, they had a burst of energy. It would be great for them to have it now. Dimitri is actually going to rock the AWP, and so will Fraser. Are we going to go and see it head-to-head op trial of fire between these two titans? Tornex 11-4-3, leading 8 sins again, just like he did in map number 1. Sole player on the map with double-digit kills in 8 rounds.
Tornex already tucked himself into bathrooms. It's gonna be the little menace, but the main question is Big NIGE gonna really clear him, but they are gonna re-smoke it, but he's gonna disrespect the smoke and play ahead. Hold the hell on.
Ooh. Tornex has to be aware. Someone could be behind him. Doesn't have the X-ray we do. Still finds the opening. Goes for one more. Falls back. Stays alive. Fraser, though, is in a very strange position. Finds the wall bang onto Dimitri. Oscar will get a trade. Player advantage for the CTs. That's Tornex in long. No presence in B from the Big NIGE squad. Moz fully blinded here. Tornex is going to get softened up by Mog and killed by Oscar. Player in truck. HE coming for him. Double, taking some damage, still gets the kill before Oscar finds a hat-trick, going for the semi-ace. As an HE has to go deep. It's going to go deep. It's a double HE pushing them back. They need to plant the bomb. The bomb's dropped. They have yet to retrieve it now. Prime and Tadpole gonna spot the planter. Reveal the position of Prime in truck. Mog is dead. Oscar has to ace. Gets the fourth. And the ace for Oscar as Big NIGE doubled their amount of rounds.
I think. Do you agree with me on now? They're running with a little bit of momentum on the T side of NIGE, Big NIGE. Potentially, are we seeing them having a comeback again? Maybe not in the first, maybe not in the second half, but the first half is looking good. Maybe if they do get like 4 or 5 rounds, I think they'll be in a good position.
That would make it more competitive. And after Oscar found an ace, 2 rounds ago he was on 0 kills, and since then found a double, now an ace. This is gonna give a lot of confidence to himself and the rest of the boys. Yes, we might be saying they're happy, they're content with their top 4 finish, but let's be real. You want to play Championship Sunday, even if it is only for the bronze or silver medal. You want to be in contention, and Big NIGE are going to give their best here. Spot Tadpole. Tadpole is going to give up the angle. A lot of people gunning for him. Very patient with that smoke, not letting it loose right away.
That's the play now. They're going to stall out Big NIGE's attack. He's originally had the plan to really go try to attack this side, but they're going to go for a potential reroute, and yes, they are. Go back from the beginning, and Tornex eventually going to push around, going to try to get information for his team, going to get the first kill, unable, and the trade is there, and Mog will prevent Tornex to get anything more. Oscar already down, but he's a little worried about utility, could potentially flush him out.
That's the entry specialist, Tornex himself, doing a great job of finding one, but then dying. Slight advantage for the T's. 3 of them playing together in long. Fraser with the AWP. Gonna be cautiously spotting, jumping, and his position has been given up. There's no op for Big Nige, but 8sins does not know that. Dimitri and Moz walking forward, one playing anti-flash, and now they're gonna let go of the utility. Fraser is alone, isolated central side, swings out, misses the shot. Moz and Oscar find the opening. Prime, try swing, gets punished. What are we doing? 8sins.
I think this is something that I think it happened the same round. They let them win 2 rounds, and Tap was going to save it. It's going to be another save. Another, would I say back-to-back round? No, second round save. If it's also in the next round, I think questions should be. Questions should start to be asking now, like, what has 8sins been doing wrong? Because the first 10 rounds, first 7, 8 rounds, they were playing it perfectly. But I'm not sure what is going wrong now on the side of 8sins. Big Nige having his breakthrough, and Tapa will be caught off guard by Moss.
Good work from them, as there will be no weapons taken over onto round 11 from the CTs. They will have to buy here, but if somehow, some way, Big Nige would manage to get their 4th on the board in a row, that means 8sins' economy is going to be dwindling in the last round of the half.
8sins, I think, is this round, they must win this round, or their economy is tarnished, like you did mention before. Big Nige on the 3rd round consecutively. Are they able to get a 4th? Even getting a 4th is generous, and 8sins shouldn't really be allowing this. The wall bang coming from Prime, they already worked their way up to short. Tadpole not aware of what's going on, the smoke is there. Given limited information, a lot of stress. It's a lot of stress. Util is being used trying to stall out time, but Dimitri and Moz are already onto short, and Tadpole, will he
Oscar.
get the perfect timing though?
1 for 1. Praise the head money for the op again, but he's so far removed from everybody else. Tadpole. A lot of mollies, utilities flying out. Incendiary push him out into the open. Moz is rocking a Mac 10. They had money to buy. They think the CTs are on an eco. 8sins trying to surprise them with the weapons, and Double Whale coming in with a hot double M4 kill. And it's a 1v1. Oscar turns around and gets a decapitation. Hat trick again, hitting double digit this round. 11 and 7 for Oscar. On the back of that ace, he has been lighting up the Kettering landhole.
Indeed, Arena, Oscar is coming alive when Big Nige needs him. All it is a 1 round gap from keeping this game a fair playing field right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we all thought Big Nige were gone from the game, but somehow 8sins is coming to backbite them. Now the economy isn't tarnished. Fraser with the scout. Now it really is something that 8sins needs to win this final round and keep the round gap quite big for to really have something going for them.
Is that a P90 I see? In the big 2026?
What's wrong with the P90?
It's the last round, so you know your opponents will do everything they could afford. And then not just that, but they have round loss bonus, so they will have weapons to play with it. The efficiency of the P90 is effectively nullified here, but we shall see.
Oh God!
Yeah, that's wait, what? Hello? What just happened? Oscar has to ace this. It only finds a double. Big Nige just threw away the round, and 8sins win after a very good comeback. 4 rounds for Big Nige. They just throw their lives away on a B rush. Okay.
It was a gamble after all, but man, look at 4th place though. Big Nige going up higher could give him a nice prize pool. Look, £400 is something to take down.
Oh, it's DG? You think we're done? Yeah, they're not winning the pistols or whatever?
No, I'm not saying that, but if they do lose it, £400 is something. It's nothing too bad. While 8sins start swap around it, they're going to start on the CT. Hold on, yeah. Wait, 8sins will start on the T side, and Big Nige will start on the CT side. Oh, am I wrong? I might just misread it. Yeah, no, 8sins start on the CT side.
Hey!
Oh, okay, yeah. Ace is start on the T side and Big Night start on the CT side. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. That was a little bit of a tech error.
Don't worry, Jaffe. We're gonna jump into this dualies action from Mad, spotting on. There are gonna be 4 or 5 players coming in. Nobody died dead just yet. It's Tornex, another opening kill. Now continuing to rush in. Tadpole picks up the dualies, finds a double, and now Fraser finishes Dimitri off 9-4 for 8sins, and they are now decided, Jaffa. They're tired of shenanigans. They just want to go to bed and get rested for tomorrow.
Fair enough. They do have a 9 a.m. game start tomorrow if
That's
they really
correct.
are wanting to.
That is correct. Full eco from Big NIGE, as they should.
Especially Big NIGE. Loving the name. Oh, I hate it. Now Big NIGE on full-on pistols now. Now Axis have the perfect opportunity to really just go for the rush, to be honest. And now look at this, Mog trying to swing out, trying to get information. Now Mog is aware now they are going straight for the full-on rush. And Oscar needs to try to defend his teammates. Tadpole gonna deal with it like bread and butter. No, nothing to be worried about, nothing to get out of hand. Hopefully not. And yes, it is.
Mad and Dimitri, 4-11, 7-13, a combined score of 11 and 24, and that it makes it even worse when I put it like that. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. But still, USBs in hand. They're going to open the door, faking a short presence. Prime is counting his grenades as he's going to go hunt and doesn't want to allow Big NIGE to save any nades for the next round. 16 and 8 for Tornex. My God.
Tornex has been on fire on 2 maps. It's really good to see Tornex in form, especially Fraser, Prime, Tadpole, Dobbo. They're all having their impacts. I want to give credit to the entire 8sins. It seems like they're all coming alive and getting the work done that is required to keep themselves alive. And it's really good to see. I think sometimes in a way losing is good for you, and especially I think this has helped 8sins a lot. There's also been a history in Epic Land, yeah? The team that go through the lower bracket always end up winning.
Okay.
They always end up winning they always end up winning the Epic Land. It's happened for the past 2 events. Look at Nemesis. Look at Iberian Souls.
Yeah, no. So sometimes losing is good.
Yeah, it is. Because I always say this: when you lose, you kind of have to play more, but you're able to kind of polish up on the strats. So I think that's a good thing for 8sins. But on the side of Big NIGE,
Let's add that to the words of wisdom.
indeed, the reader.
5 rifles for the CTs. Triple Galil, AK, and MAC-10. Double opens up with the MAC-10, finds a second. And now Tornex joins up. Prime, Galil through the smoke and the wall to the head of Oscar. Dimitri alone in a world of hurt.
By himself in a 1v4. He's gonna save it. I think that's the only thing that's gonna be saved. Because realistically, right now, with the weapon of choice he has, it's best to save it. Saving this M4 could be more impactful because we've seen Big NIGE having these turnarounds. Yeah, he's gonna run for it. It ain't worth the battle. I 1v4. Save the M4 and save it for the next round.
It's all heading towards the side of 8sins. Making easy work of Big NIGE. Tornex, another nice final to Dimitri. No weapons will be saved. 2 more is all they need.
Need arena. 2 more rounds and Aces can get his done and dust them. Shove them under the carpet. Dust.
MAC-10 for Tadpole. He wants to be the one farming some dollars. As Big NIGE going for 5-7 all around. A smoke and an incendiary for Moz.
Prime in the prime position. They're doing Dimitri, but that's a pistol. And they're all gambling towards the B side. It's a gamble. But the main question is the T's gonna really fall for the trap. And now look at this. You already got 2 players, Typo and Tornex, working their way towards long and one more player. And Oscar, hold on, I think they changed up the plan. They're planning to go back towards the A side. I think this could be the right call.
Very well, could be. And they have the late smoke from Moss. Well, late for a round with no utility. Oscar is going to be the point of contact after Mad picks up the stray cats trying to hunt for him with the deagle. Utility flying out, 4 players hitting from long. Oscar, can he find something? Macten in front of him is Tadpole, easily pre-firing. Double angles, double kill. Tadpole is going to get on top of them. And Mog alone, 1v4, could find double. Ooh, gotta reveal his position, gotta eat an HE. And they're storming him with a Mac-10. Tadpole finds a triple, and he's bounced up to the 3rd. Tied on the overall scoreboard alongside Oscar on Big NIGE squad.
Indeed, Indeed, Reno 8 Sins on match point now. Big NIGE.
About to get this great round here with the AWP from Dimitri. This is going to be the name of the game if they want to get into this one. Afterwards, 8 Sins, even if they lose a couple, they've got so many opportunities to convert this one into a victory. As we see Fraser making a little bit of a drop damage with the op playing it in connector.
Now Tadpole is going to get early short control. I think the most important factor is right now, what can these CTs do trying to deter them? No block utility just yet. It's all going to be all on grenades trying to push the T's off. But if Mad can really push, he can get perfect timing onto Dobber.
Good flash. He's made his way. Mad's just scouts, doesn't spot anybody. Dimitri, I like the op angle, but you will have to give it up. 70 seconds to go. Mad. Ooh, trying to line up a wallbang. It's not quite there yet.
But it does give information that Tadpole there is another player on the B side, and the smoke and the block utility will come in, but a little bit too late. While all the other teams are working their way towards the A side, going through bathroom. Utility is going to get lined up. It's going to be on Dimitri to really cause a hassle, or to even try to block 8 Sins, because now they know every round is match point. Dimitri with this big green, he needs to make impact now, sooner or later. 30 seconds
to go.
Utility is going to be launched. Oscar and Dimitri, the 2 final players on the A side. Another player coming from support now. It's really going to be do or die. Are we going to see the end of 8?
Dimitri gets the opening, stays alive. Has to buy himself some time. 15 seconds, gets another opportunity, will not get the kill. Oscar through the smoke. Needs to find a freebie here, but he's getting sprayed by Tornix. Nigel Mirage with 2 players that can still keep them in the tournament. Otherwise, it will be 8 Sins moving on to the lower bracket final tomorrow. Dabo about to refract if Fraser will fall, but Fraser will not fall. Mog gets 1 versus 3 left. Second goes in his favor. He's not going to expect the final one. Dobo gets the final nail in the coffin. 8 Sins convert 13-4 onto Nigel Mirage's map pick, and they will make it to the top 3 of EPIC47.
That's not the end. That's the end of the road of Nigel Mirage. Nigel Mirage had their opportunity, had their ups and downs. At least they could come into top 4. At least they should be proud. At least they made it up. They made it to the histories of Epic Clan 47. Either way, well played to Nigel Mirage and 8 Sins. What a dominating performance. I didn't expect any less. Tornix. I'm not even credit any of the players. I'm going to credit the entire team, because this team has come to life. Them going for the lower bracket has done more favors for them. If they went for the upper bracket, maybe it would have been a different story. But I'm really happy to say this. 8 Sins are working their way up. They have been true contenders for the Epic Land title for the past 2 Epic Lands. I think this is a perfect opportunity. They still have more. They still have their tomorrow morning match at 9 AM, and they're gonna play against in the grand finals, which are TLR, which are the supposed winners. But it's too early to call.
It's 8 Sins versus Control tomorrow morning, to be more precise.
And
then the winner will make it to TLR. So this is still a 3-horse race. We're going to take a look at the bracket of the journey for the teams that have made it up until this point on our screens right now. So it's going to be the journey of upper and lower, where Nigel Mirage started in the lower bracket, and then they had 3 great hard-fought victories to make it to the 1 versus 8 Sins. On the other side of them, 8 Sins upsetting Cold Ace. I'm destroying BAG. You know, big the British Aussie gang. Funny enough about it,
they caused the biggest upset of the tournament and beating Nigel Mirage. But tomorrow morning it's gonna be a big challenge. Control, like they played against TLR, they really pushed TLR to the end of their budget. Now tomorrow is gonna be a new challenge for the side of Aix, and they do have to deal with a strong roster of Control. A lot is on the line of Aix. Them being on the grand final is going to mean a lot for them. But Vlad, is there anything else you would like to add on?
Yeah, of course. I'd like to ask you a little bit about the MVP of this series for you, Jaffa, because I have a name on my mind, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to...
I'm bouncing around to 3 people. That's the issue.
3 people? Okay.
Hold on.
That was a one-man show, no?
It was a little bit...
Okay, double. Okay, fine.
Double.
Yep.
Tornex.
Yep.
You know what? I'm struggling between both because like Tornex. Actually, I'm gonna go with Tornex. The performance he had on Ancient and Overpass with the support of Dub. I think the problem is this: Tornex had an amazing map on Ancient, but on the next map it was Double.
I still think Tonix for me, both maps. I would say Tonix both maps, and I think we might be fortunate enough to get an interview with him in a few moments. But I'm just going to quickly check, while you entertain our lovely audience, I'm going to check how many entry kills he's had overall, because it was first 7 on the first map. Okay, give me a prediction.
Let me guess. I'm going to go with 17.
7?
In total? You said in total?
He had more. Okay, I'm going to say he probably had about 11.
In total, both maps?
So first map was 7. Second map, he had a lot of entries, but not as many.
12?
Right? I reckon 7. But we are going to find out in just a moment, as we are waiting for the interview with Tonix. We're not going to keep him for too long, Jaffa, because he needs to go rest. Like we said, another potential 6 maps tomorrow morning, kicking things off at 9 a.m. So if you're tuning out now, come back tomorrow for more EPIC47 Counter-Strike action. But we still have the winner's interview. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask him?
I think I do have a lot of questions, particularly for me, because I would love to have Fraser on the broadcast, because I really want to understand, like, especially Ancient. What was he thinking of Ancient? Did the stress get to him?
I think we're gonna have Tonix.
We're gonna have Tonix. Ooh, personally from him, because I
That is correct. Yes.
For me, Tornix, I really want to know, because he came from Danish Counter-Strike to UK Counter-Strike. How does he adjust himself? How does he really fit himself in the team? Because Aixins is, as an identity, a very unpredictable Counter-Strike. And how does Tornix really fit himself into? Because like, you got Fraser. That man has history. He carries the pride of Counter-Strike. He played with Mezzi back in the day. If you didn't know about that, he played with Mezzi back in the day. So I really want to know, like, him bring it, like, what made him join Aixins? How did he fit into it? Because Aixins as a whole, they're an interesting roster, and also bringing in a new coach as well. I forgot to mention him. Bringing in a new coach, I want to see on how that really, because when you saw the first half of Tornix in the tournament, you weren't really seeing the true glimpse of what he could produce. But on the second half of the tournament, where he started to come alive, he really is starting. So he's really coming to form of what he really is expected of. And I think that's the sort of question I would love to ask him if we do get the chance to bring him on the broadcast.
I'll write it down for you, and I'll remember. Thank you for telling me that, Jafito. I gotta also ask you, looking at tomorrow, who is your favorite team to win between these 3 British Titans? Is it gonna be the Last Resort, Control, or Aixins?
Some parts of me knows that like TLR are the strongest roster in the UK Counter-Strike. TLR, you got like the likes of artists. Their roster is very, very strong, and there is a lot of talent there. On Control, yeah, God, his corning is out of the world. It's blown out the waters. Right now, I'm Aixins. If they can keep up the performance that we are seeing today, and they're able to carry it out tomorrow morning against Control at 9 a.m., potentially Aixins could be a contender. But
so who's your favorite? The top dog, according to Jaffa himself.
I'm gonna see me like I don't want to be biased. Like I'm gonna go Aixins.
Aixins.
What about you?
Wow.
Let me ask the question to you. Who do you think is gonna take that title?
I would love if Aixins would do it, but I do suspect fatigue will play a huge role, like you mentioned earlier. I think Control can do it.
Control.
I think Control can do it. I think they've got what it takes. If there is one of the teams that could take down TLR, it is them. And I think why not? A little bit of Sunday morning magic,
hold
they
on.
might be able to pull
I
it
take that
off.
back. Hold
You
on.
take it
Now,
back. Okay.
you really put a really good question to my mind now, because fatigue is going to play a big factor in these matches now. And tomorrow morning, they're going to have to play another best of 3 and another best of 3.
That is true.
And TLR, they've had an easy journey up
They've been
towards
resting.
the top.
Yeah.
And exactly right now, I don't even blame if they're stratting. I don't even blame them. They're going to prepare themselves, get themselves ready for the grand finals. Remember, this cash prize is on the line, and VRS rankings, especially how Counter-Strike is built around it. It really is a point. Every VRS ranking is so important for them to really get into like the mini tournaments. You got EPL, you got your CCT season qualifiers, and your close qualifier and win line. So there's a lot of opportunity for these teams to really grow, and especially UKCS. We need to put a name out there. We have some amazing players. Like we got Azuru, we got CJot, we got our Mezzi, a IEM Grand Slam winner, a major winner, a double back-to-back major winner,
and not just 8 Sins TLR in control, but I think a big achievement for the 4th place team, Big NIGE Mirage, despite of their name, making it through what was a very competitive top 4 of a 37-team tournament has to be commended. And who knows, some of these players that might be considerably less known than the other 15 in the top 3 teams might kickstart a great future for their careers. So big congrats to them. They will get a bit of VRS points and some money, and they have made it in 4th place. Of course, a little bit of a sad way of going out, especially during that map too, but it's always room to grow.
I understand. I agree with you, Vlad, on that. There's always room to grow here in Counter-Strike, especially it's same through anything in life. You're gonna grow, you're gonna go through mistakes and failures, and that is just how life is going to be. And especially Nigel Mirage, the team as a whole, they played really great Counter-Strike, and I give props to them. 2017 being top 4 is a real challenge. You face across big dogs, but there's been big upsets. Cold Ace, Glitchtech, not even being in there, because these were the top. Remember, I was reading something on Twitter. There was big conversation talking about like TLR, Ixin, Glitchtech, Cold Ace should be the top 4 contenders, but Glitchtech and Cold Ace, they've been out of it. And
that's what happens. You lose random maps in group stages. You come in on the other side of the bracket, right, Jaffa?
Yeah, indeed. Like I'm saying, Mr. Vlad, Cold Ace form has been looking very, very poor, and I'm not even surprised if they were knocked out earlier. Hopefully, the next Epic, I would love to see them really have the uprise, because they're a powerful team. They're deadly. Same thing with Glitchtech. These two are 2 powerhouses of the UKCS, and there's so much more expected of them.
Well, I like that analysis, my young friend. I will have to also give you a bit of a sad update. It's a double sad update. It's a triple sad update. I'll give to you and to everybody at home. I think Tonex and the 8 Sins boys have already gone to bed because they need to wake up early to practice. So there will be no interview tonight. But it's not the only sad news. That means it's the end of Counter-Strike Saturday for EPIC47, and it's the last time you will be seeing the amazing Jaffa and myself on your screens for this Epic LAN. As always, a pleasure to be here with you in Kettering and online all over the world. Shout out to all the casters, everybody behind the scenes, and all the Counter-Strike teams.
And also, you forgot to win. We got to give thanks to our sponsors, Overclockers, XP Pro Eyewear, and also special thanks to Logitech, who sponsored our dedicated CS2 tournament. The MVP for this event will get himself a Pro X2 Super Strike mouse. Have you tried the mouse? It's a bang of a mouse. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end it off here. We're going to see you guys later and enjoy tomorrow's upper bracket final and the grand finals. We'll see you guys in a bit.
What a sellout.
I'm not a sellout.